Hello there, guys. We're talking about changes going on in South Africa. Now, things going on in South Africa, first and foremost, you need to understand what is apartheid. Now, apartheid simply means apartness, okay? And this is the policy that's going on in South Africa from 1948 up until 1994. And this is simply a system of institutional segregation based upon race. Now, this has its roots in imperialism, okay? Remember when we talked about in the unit a couple back in imperialism, when we talked about Africa being considered the dark continent, okay, and how all these Europeans, different European countries were coming to Africa, trying to kind of take over different regions and exploit the resources in this region. This is exactly what is going to be happening in South Africa. Now, the English are going to be in South Africa. They're going to be controlling the region, and as this is going on, they're going to institute a system of segregation. Okay, so the English have left. The English are already segregating it, and as they left, the descendants of that, so the whites in South Africa, are going to be controlling the government, instituting a series of racial segregation known as apartheid. You can see here this picture right here, natives, Indians, coloreds. If you enter these premises at night, you'll be listed as missing. Armed guards shoot on sight. Savage dogs devour the corpse, okay? So basically, do not come in here if you are one of these, okay? If you fit under this category, this description, do not come in here. You have been warned. We will shoot you, okay? And this is exactly, really, it goes to show exactly how strong these prejudices were in South Africa. Now, this is going to bring us to Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela is an activist who was opposed to apartheid, and he was actively leading against apartheid, trying to get rid of apartheid in the 50s and the 60s, and then was arrested and spent 27 years in prison simply for fighting against apartheid, okay, for fighting against the South African government. Now, in 1994, there was a lot of tensions going on again in South Africa, and President de Klerk, okay, president of South Africa at this time period, a white man, was afraid that if he did not release Mandela, there was going to be a civil war in the country. So in order to try to prevent this civil war from happening, goes and releases Mandela. Now, Mandela is going to work with President de Klerk to end apartheid, okay, which is going to happen in 1994. So this really is a quick turn of events that's going to be happening. There's tensions going on. Mandela is released from prison. Mandela and President de Klerk work together to end apartheid and host the first multiracial elections in South Africa. This is going to happen in 1994, and Nelson Mandela is going to be elected president of South Africa. Now, this is a huge moment in world history because it's going to show the power of standing up for what is right, ending segregation. Mandela is going to go from someone who spent 27 years, about a third of his life in prison, to being president of that same country who put him in prison. So he started the year a prisoner in South Africa. He ended that year president of the country. Questions, comments, put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you later. Good luck.